Welcome to Real Issues Live with Crystal. This is where we have authentic conversations about issues that affect us as a society. Join me as I have different guests coming in to share their take on various topics. I too will share my story of hardship and resilience. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, but most importantly, share with others so they can be encouraged.
I feel work, sun a shine till the place dark out. Couldn't call out. Them a talk about upgradedness, me nah look.
Welcome back to another episode of Real Issues Live with Crystal. Today we have Michael Black, and he's a colleague of mine. I've known him over the years professionally. I've used his services. He does transportation. He's in the tourism industry. And when the pandemic hit, he lost everything. He found a way to gain it back. He was always positive throughout all of that. And that is why I asked him to come on here to tell us, give us a few tips as to how to remain positive and ways how we can improve our income. Help me welcome Michael Black. Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Definitely. How are you?
I'm great. I'm blessed.
Okay. Well, before we get into that, I just wanted to tell the audience, they don't really know much about you, a little bit about yourself, a little bit about how you grew up and so forth.
Okay, about me. Well, you know, as Vibes Cartel said, ghetto youths have it hard, never we no grow with no father. You know, so, you know, I was raised without a dad. My dad left home from the age of 7, raised with my mom, you know, from South Spring to Flanker in the garrison. You know, growing up without a dad was hard because you turn to the street trying to find who a man should be or what a man should be, you know. You see other people having, you know, different backgrounds, behaving a certain way, and, you know, most men, you know, you want to do things to impress women.
Right.
And by doing things to impress women, you know, you go through the changes of trying to be this person, that person, you know, trying to see who you is, you know, like an identity crisis, identity search. In who you should be, and sometimes you end up in places that you shouldn't end up, you know, and doing things that you shouldn't be doing, but it's all a part of the process. It also delays your success. You also delay a lot of things because of the environment or the people you're around, you develop a limited mindset. You know, there are people who are trying to talk to you to say, hey, you know, don't do this, don't do that, but if the majority is saying this, then you're going to go with the majority, and then you develop a limited mindset, you know. Yeah. But I went to school. I did graduate from high school. I ended up in college. I didn't finish my degree because I was sending myself to school at the time.
Right.
And I was self-sufficient. So, I mean, the urgency to finish wasn't really there. Money wasn't really the problem either. You know, I've gone into various things, party promotions, owning a restaurant. I've always been in tourism because my family background is actually tourism. It's something I always strayed away from, but I always came back to, you know, until I'm there now. You know, apart from that, what else? I ended up in music. I was a DJ at one point. I think that's where most people knew me from, you know. I went to venues all over the island, DJing and stuff like that. But the whole thing of moving from Montego Bay to Kingston never sit well with me because why would I leave Montego Bay to go to Kingston? No money not there at Kingston. That's the truth. The money is down here, you know. And I also applied to a college in Kingston, which I got accepted, but I figured I was going to waste my time, so I didn't do it. Because there's a lot of distractions in Kingston, the party life. Right. So I didn't go. I stayed here, you know. So that's basically it, me growing up, you know. Me, I'm a person who I like to understand people. I like getting to know people. And one of the reasons I'm in tourism is I like talking to people and just understand how people think, how they function, you know, why they do things. I will do things to piss you off or get under your skin just to see how you react. That's the type of person I am. Wow. I love to cook, I love seafood, I love the outdoor life. You know, I like to have fun.
Yeah. And I can definitely attest to that. I see you posting, I watch your stories, and I just can see some of the things that you mentioned, even coming from a humble beginning. I admire your hustle. I can see you doing multiple things, and just, for me, that's what I believe in, multiple streams of income.
Right.
But the meat of the matter, during COVID,
Yes.
you went to zero. At one point, did you feel discouraged? Tell me about that process, and how did you find the zeal to rise above it during COVID?
I've never felt discouraged no matter what happened in my life, because I've been through worse days than COVID. I've been through worse days than COVID that prepared me for whatever is coming. So I don't think anything was worse than what I've been through before COVID. Right? But I just had an open mind. I've always had a solution mindset, where, you know, whatever is coming, like, I'll see it before it comes and start to prepare for it.
Right.
What I did at the time was, myself, my mom and my grandma, we left and go to the countryside. I thought it would be safer, which it was. You know, back in Trelawney, they had like 4 cases of COVID. It wasn't a lot. I wanted to save really my mom and my grandma, because I was concerned about them, really. Before COVID though, I was working at the call center, Conduent, but I was also still in tourism. I was doing the transportation, selling craft items at the resort. But at the time, there was a conflict of interest, because the tourism life was really taking over my life. Also, being in the call center environment, I wasn't seeing where I was growing.
Right.
Because I was meeting the scores, I was doing the overtimes. They would call me in to help meet the scores and stuff like that. But when I applied for like a team leader or supervisor, I would never get called. So I didn't see where it makes sense. So I started to use up my vacation days, sick leave days, and using those days to drive tourists around. Till one day, I think it was in December, I was overbooked, and I called in and I just quit. And tourism was getting ripe at that time, going into COVID. I was booked out. Yeah, it was booked out, going right into, because even going down to before the lockdown, my mom was concerned. She was like, you're still out there, even though, you know, everything is going on. I said, yeah. You know, I was still driving and everything. So, at the time going into COVID, and then the lockdown came, I mean, it was frustrating, because I have all these bookings, you know, even ahead a time and stuff, you know, but you just have to adjust at the time. You understand me? I was making a investment at the time in tourism, because I believe in it. You know, I took out a loan to do something to expand my business, and it seems like I took it out at the wrong time. But, you know, it makes no sense to cry over these things. It's more like a lesson learned, you know. It's all a part of the process, you know. It's character building.
That's true.
You understand me? There's a lot of lessons that was learned, because going into COVID, I ventured into network marketing. A friend introduced it to me. And I never tell a lot of people, because I know a lot of people mindset as it relates to network marketing, what they think about it. But sometimes people confuse it for pyramid schemes.
Yes.
There's
getting into that.
Right. There's a huge difference between a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme and network marketing. A Ponzi scheme is something that you put your money in. There's no product, there's no service. Somebody give you hopes that you're going to get back money. Right? But the thing about it is that if these people do not have the mindset how to manage a business, no record keeping mindset, you know, accountability, you know, people who just don't have the mindset to operate a business is going to crash.
Yeah, sure.
You understand me? No, with network marketing, you have people with years and track record of making millions. These are millionaires. You understand? They're offering products and services. You know, what you're doing in network marketing is basically what you're doing in your everyday life. In my business currently, I have people in America who, once I'm here, somebody said Jamaica, oh, go check this guy out. It's basically the same thing. We're doing referrals. You understand that we're making money off referrals. You understand me? They say you can make 2 to 3,000 US off your closest friends. You understand? If you're keeping good friends. You know, so it's basically that. So I went in there, and what really stand out for me in network marketing was the personal development. So COVID was really a personal development for me. These people had me reading,
Right.
listening to audios, having mentors, going to seminars. So while everybody else was glued to their phone,
Right.
watching all that's going on TikTok and whatever, I was going through self-development.
Yeah.
I was learning things from people who outthink me, you know? And by connecting with these millionaires from all around the world and listening to them, I take pieces from them that after COVID, it helped me.
Why?
Yeah, it helped me a lot. Like, you know, all the things that I learned from them, I applied it to my business. So I moved from having a limited mindset to a more open mindset, you know? And I think that's the problem with a lot of us, that we think based on our current environment, or current circle, or current peers. You know, when you connect with other people, you know, you start to think different, way different.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think I saw you. I think I agree with you in terms of your growth.
Mm-hmm.
Since you joined that, what's it? Is there a name for it, for that particular market?
It was with iBoomerang.
iBoomerang.
Yes.
I saw the growth in you, and you even almost convinced me to join because, you know, of what I see. I see how you've developed since you started.
Yeah.
So it was called iBoomerang. What is happening now? Is it that? So that was during the pandemic. You have made funds from it.
Yeah.
It has uplifted you. What's happening now with iBoomerang?
So iBoomerang is still around. It's still going. The owner of the company is still there. You know, they are venturing in a lot of things, but they're not leaving travel, because travel is maybe the #1 thing in the world that's making money, along with pharmaceutical, right? So they're still around. It's just that the thing about network marketing is that people are going to run to it when there's no other opportunity available. The world is open now, so everybody's gone back to a 9 to 5. You understand me? And most of us were raised to go to school, get good grades, to get a good job.
Right.
And it was a training that most of us get.
Right.
You understand me? It takes discipline to really break away from that mindset, to realize that you can earn other streams of income other than just working for somebody. You can be your own boss. Not everybody is willing to lose, but as Les Brown says, you're going to fail your way to success. You understand me? So you have to become a risk taker. All these millionaires around, they were risk takers.
That's true.
You understand me? Jeff Bezos started out in his garage.
That's true.
Look at Amazon right now.
And that's true. So in terms of you being in the company still, it's just that you haven't left. You're just more focused now on your tourism. You're still a part, or do you have to pay a fee to keep up with it? Because most people, to be honest, they are afraid of network marketing because it's like they have to constantly be paying to be a part of it.
Right.
So I guess that's why they shy away from it.
All right. So people who have an employee mindset will shy away from it.
Okay.
Right? People with an entrepreneurial mindset understand that when you set up a business, there's going to be overhead costs. Any business you set up, there's going to be overhead costs. My business in network marketing was set up because I followed the principles that they showed me. I've never paid out of pocket a monthly subscription.
Wow.
Never. My business was on autopilot.
Wow. Well.
Yeah, my business was on autopilot, and I made good money out of it. I was able to start another business out of it, a wholesale business. Yeah, and I would drive around in my van in Montego Bay to Trelawney, wholesaling stuff.
I remember that.
I started from the funds from that.
Yeah. So inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like Steve Harvey. There's this guy in Kingston was a auto company. They started out from network marketing.
So it's something that you would definitely encourage.
Of course, something I would do again.
And you will do again.
Of course.
All right. Well, pretty much, you've said it in parts of your speech. I want you to encourage those who feel as if they've lost everything and to how to actually build up or gain the confidence to build up again. Because some people turn to unhealthy habits, some people turn to suicide, losing everything. This program is mainly about, mental health and encouraging people to basically think positive. How would you encourage someone now who has lost everything to help them to regain?
All right, so the truth is, nobody knows you like you. And the other thing is, you have to evaluate your surrounding, your environment, the people that you hang out with. One of the things that I ask myself all the time is, the people that I'm now connected with, what do they have me doing? How do they have me talking? Where do they have me going? What do they have me saying? What influence do they have on me? How is it the relationship or the connection benefiting me? I also like to take time for self. I spend a lot of time by myself at home. I enjoy my own company. I like being by myself. Why? I like to reflect. Stop running from the mirror. The mirror won't do you any harm. The mirror is only showing you you. You like to be around people, but sometimes you got to like to be around yourself. Because work begins here with self. Our problem is self, Like, I remember when I wanted to take my business to the next level, I started to reach out to people who I know were successful. And the question that I would ask them was, how were you able to get yourself from in front of yourself? How were you able to remove self from before yourself? Because the truth is, we are the one that are stopping ourselves. We are the person who is in front of ourselves, that's slowing our own success. Nobody is doing it. We want to blame the teacher, you want to blame your mother, your grandmother. No, you're the one. You have to make a choice, you have to make a decision. So it all boils down to you, self. Whether you like it or not, it's self. And change cannot happen unless you see the need to change. So when you see what's there that you need to work on, you can seek help, you can seek mentorship. There's many ways you can seek mentorship. Or you can start listening to audios. I listen to people like Les Brown, Earl Nightingale, Jim Rohn, and I listen to these people over and over and over again. I'll read. I'm not a big reader. I'm not gonna act like, I read so many books and I'm a big reader. It probably take me months to read off one book. And that's the truth. But the truth is, you gain so much knowledge from reading.
Right.
There's so many things that it open you up to. You understand me? And also understanding the law of attraction, understand the laws of the universe, how it works for you. How important it is to connect to the right frequency, connecting with people who outthink you. You can grow, you can do so much, If you look around you should be inspired.
That's true.
You look around you should be inspired. Like, I see people who, they live their life a certain way, and I'm like, oh, you live like that, and you see so many people out there achieving things, going places, and you're not inspired to say, I got to make a change. I want to live the life. I want to drive the nice car. I want to go places. I want to do things. Whenever things is not going my way or money is not coming in, I'm annoyed. I don't want to see nobody because I'm going to be miserable. You don't want to be around me. I'm going to be very annoyed. I like to just be by myself because I find answers by being by myself. I find a lot of answers. So change begins with self.
Well,
And knowledge is power. And that's what I would want to say.
Wow. Well said. There's nothing I would want to add to that, but absolutely good stuff. I would take away a few things. One, mainly, you have to look at people, be inspired. some people, they look at people and they have some kind of jealousy, or what you say, bad mind.
Yeah.
Layman, that's what they would call it. But for me, I get inspired.
Yeah.
And I also, I don't know if you had mentioned that, I also believe in waiting your turn to, yeah. So, and you have to work for it while waiting. You can't just be sitting down to wait. There's nobody that's coming to stay with me. Right. So, thank you so much for that.
Yes.
When I told the ladies that you were coming on, they wanted relationship questions, but we had to get the business out of the way first.
Right,
Just a couple relationship questions,
Yes.
and then I'll have you out of here. All right. So, when I told the ladies that you
Yes.
were our next guest, they have some relationship questions for you.
Okay.
Yes. All right. First of all, you look great, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. But first of all, they want to know, a man like you, do you believe in 50-50 in a relationship?
50-50?
Yes.
No.
Can you expound?
I don't think that a ratio should be given, because there are days when one partner is going to go 100, and there are days when one partner is going to go 70, and there are days when a partner is going to go 30, and there are days when it is your low day and the next person is going to pick it up. You understand me? I mean, but what I do believe in is that partners should date people based on how they are financially. You understand me?
As in, they should?
Yeah.
So they should ensure that they're aligned?
Yeah, they are aligned. Because if I'm off, you should be able to maintain yourself. And if you're off, I'm supposed to be able to maintain myself.
Right.
You understand me? But in another sense too, the thing with us men is that we have a ego problem. Here's the ego problem. Even if when we're down, you'll never know.
That's true.
You see, if you are, I'm going to say, a real masculine man,
Yeah.
because not every man is masculine,
That is true.
right? So when you're with a real masculine man, he's going to want to pay for everything. It's in him to want to pay for everything. So even if he's having a down day, you go out, he's going to want to pop out his credit card first.
That's true.
And that's how most men are. And it's true. It's hard to go to the supermarket and watch you take out your card. It's hard.
I wouldn't say most men are like that, though.
Well, the men I know. The men I know.
Not the ones I've met recently.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say that. And I agree with you. That's an excellent question.
Yes.
That's an excellent answer in terms of how you answered it, in terms of not putting a ratio to it, but whenever I'm down, you may be up at that particular time. But you said most men would like to pay for everything.
I'd want to think
I'm
so.
not sure these nowadays men have that mindset. They don't have a problem, the ones I've met. They don't have a problem allowing the woman to pay for stuff. And that is where I have a problem.
But stick a pin, you know, it also boils down to changing circles.
Right.
I'm no longer in the 95% circle.
Right.
I'm now in the 5% circle where this is the new norm. I'm no longer in the 95% where the norm is to not.
Right.
Among here, I'm seeing people who are,
okay.
This is the norm.
Okay. So you think that behavior can be learned then?
It can
If
be.
you had that mindset before of to say, okay, you're comfortable with the woman doing stuff, but going around certain people who you realize that this is not it, and they're okay with doing that. And don't get me wrong, I am not one of those females who believe in a man should do everything.
Right.
So don't get me wrong with that. But I think a man should not be comfortable allowing especially for if you lose your job, then fine, but then try to do something else. You know, how long are you going to sit down and allow the woman to do everything? I don't agree with that.
So stick a pin, right?
Yes.
Number one,
Yeah.
the first teacher is the home.
Right.
A lot of boys are spoiled by their mother, right? And not just spoiled by their mother, they come up and also women spoil them. So with being spoiled or some are looking for a mother as a woman, you know, they have these expectations of women.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Another point also is that there are men, yeah, you know, they're trying to look a certain way around their friends. You know? It's all about looking, oh, my woman do this or my woman do that, you know? And then you have some men, it's in them, you know, to want to do the most, but they can't. Maybe for whatever circumstance. But if tomorrow life should change for him and he's in a better position financially, oh my God, you'll see what he'll do for you.
That's true. Not everybody remembers that though, but yes, I agree with you. And when you come back to the mommy, let's get back to the mommy.
Yes.
Growing up with your mommy used to do everything for you and so forth. In terms of traditional tendencies in relationships, I don't believe in, okay, man is the provider, woman is the caretaker for home. I believe in partnership when it comes down to that. Now, what is your take when it comes down to like chores in the house, the providing? Do you believe in the 50-50 in that sense? Or you are a traditional man who man should provide, woman take care of the house?
Alright, so a man will treat you how you allow him to treat you.
Right.
It depends on where your standards are. But at the end of the day, as a Jamaican man, we're cultured a certain kind of way. I am a traditional man. But it depends on who you are as a woman.
Right.
You understand me? I'm going to have expectations. But how occupied is your life? What profession are you?
Right.
What your schedule looks like? If you have a lot of free time on your hands, then I'm going to demand a lot of things from you. If you have no standards, then I'm going to walk all over you. And it's the truth. A man is going to treat you based on how you allow him to treat you. I'm going to demand that, hey, I'm the type of guy like this. Like, no matter who I'm with, I'm going to say, hey, listen, a week is not supposed to pass where you don't cook. It's a must that you cook.
Yeah.
And that's my demands. I'm not going to demand...
If it's even 1 day for the week.
If it's even 1 day for the week. You understand me? I'm not going to demand, oh, you need to wash, cook, and clean, and cut my nails, and wait. Yes, I want those stuff, but do you have the time?
Right. Wow.
Are you a call center or are you a doctor?
Right.
It depends on your job. If you're a call center worker, yes, you can come wash, cook, and clean. You have a lot of time for your hand. You're a doctor, then okay, fine. She doesn't have the time, but if she cooks once a week, I appreciate it.
Wow, love your answer.
Yeah.
Yes. I definitely agree with you. Depends on the schedule. For me, I don't like a strict to say, okay, you must do that. That is your role, and I'm not like that.
But again, it boils down to mindset.
Partnership, you do, I do. That's just. But
again, it boils down to mindset. A person is gonna deal with you based on your mindset.
That's true.
You know, and back to a question that I think you might ask.
Yes.
A man is gonna deal with a woman based on her budget.
Based on the woman's budget?
Yes, based on her budget.
Meaning?
Huh?
Meaning? How the woman appears and she's well put together or not?
Yeah, well, that's a part of it. But I was saying this to somebody recently, right?
Right.
If I meet you as a girl who, you're a Sheen girl, you goes to Burger King, you know, this is your lifestyle, I'm going to deal with you on that level. I will not take you to Pier 1. I will not take you to Houseboat. I'll deal with you on that level, right? Because your budget is probably $3,000 to $5,000, probably. And you're okay with Burger King, that's fine, right? I meet a girl.
No, ladies.
It's the truth. I meet a girl where she dressed nicely. She probably has a degree, she has standards. But you look at her, you know that this is not the girl you're going to take to Burger King. This is the girl that you're going to take to Houseboat or probably to Yacht Club. You know. You know that she's not a Sheen girl. You know the things that you do for her. So a man is going to deal with a woman based on her budget.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I somewhat agree. But sometimes the men can be mistaken, and sometimes they don't have the confidence to approach a woman that's well put together because they're of the opinion that the woman would not go for a guy like them.
Right.
When truth and in fact is, okay, I may look well put together, but I'm still a Sheen girl.
Yeah.
I would eat a Burger King. Yes, I'm a houseboat and I'm a Pier 1 and Marina Palms, as all that you mentioned. But I can go have a picnic the same way. So sometimes you can't really judge based on the appearance.
Well, you're right, you know.
Some men, you just need to approach, be confident. If the lady tells you, no, I'm not interested, that's when you know you back off. Because sometimes we do tell the men, no, we're not interested, but they still try. We don't want to tell you, oh, you're just not my type.
Yeah.
Or I don't think that we align. We don't want to say that.
Yes.
So we'll say, we're not interested. Talk to those men who may see a woman in terms of, give them confidence to approach and also knowing when to stop.
So, stick up in, right?
Yes.
First of all,
Yes.
it still boils down to ego.
Right.
I'm going to tell you why it boils down to ego. We're going to see a woman and think that, oh, she is out of her league. Why?
Right.
Because we do aspire to want to do so much for a woman. The truth is, we want to do so much for a woman, this nice girl, and keep her up. Keep the mental ads up. And if we can't, then we won't approach her. You understand? But there are some men who are brave enough, are confident enough. Like a simple gesture, sending the waiter over, what are you drinking, what are you having? And you take it from there. You probably don't even approach her. You wait till you see her another time, then you approach her.
That's a good thing, by the way, guys. I don't see that happening very often. So that's a good way.
Yeah.
A nice lady, send her a drink, yeah.
A lot of men do that.
Yeah.
A lot of men. And sometimes for the entire night, you don't know who is even buying you a drink. You don't even see him at the end of the night.
For me, that's cute.
Yeah.
Sometimes I turn it down, to be honest. Yeah. But it depends on who should buy the drink.
Then you're not good. Sometimes you will never know.
That's true.
Because sometimes a man is with his woman and buying another girl a drink, and,
This whole relationship talk will take the entire day. Let me just finish up my last two questions. All right. Do you believe that a person can remain faithful to one individual?
Good question. I plead the fifth.
No! You plead the fifth?
It is possible to be faithful to one person. Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is. Definitely is.
I'm not going to question too much time. I believe it's possible.
It is possible.
From you go ahead and you choose that person, you realize that this is the person that I want to settle with, I want to spend my life with this person.
Yes.
I believe that you should try everything under your power to make it work. Obviously, if you try and you realize that this is becoming toxic and it's going to affect your peace of mind and there's no way to fix it, then you would part your way. But I don't believe in cheating. I prefer to leave and then I go do my thing.
So let's play with it a little bit.
Yes.
Are you saying that a person who goes out there is not faithful to their partner? Define faithful.
For me, I know sometimes men, they think that sometimes having sex is just physical.
Whoa.
And okay, it's just some fun. I have my wife at home. We're just having fun. I don't call that cheating. It's not like I want you to be my side piece. Yeah. I've heard these stories, by the way, so I'm talking from experience. And it's just to have a little fun because there's a connection there. But there's nothing after that. So you are saying you don't consider that cheating?
No, I'm just asking a question. He comes home every night, he plays his role, he plays his part, he's there for you, he makes family time, he does everything right. Is he not faithful?
No. Once you go out.
So cheating.
Once you go out,
that's being not faithful.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So he's committed. Committed is different from faithful.
Okay.
So he's committed to the lifestyle. He comes home, he does everything that he's supposed to do as a man. But outside now, he's cheating. Or he's being unfaithful.
Okay.
Or he's having sex, or even if he don't reach sex, but some kind of connection or whatever you would know, I would consider that cheating. You don't consider that cheating?
Huh?
You don't consider that cheating?
It is cheating.
Oh! Oh,
But I would not say he's not faithful.
okay.
Yeah.
I think that you're one of those men who would want to live in Africa and have bountiful women. It
No.
seems like you would
No,
love
no,
to
no,
know
no,
about
no, no. We are making general statements, general
Okay.
questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We're not going to delve anymore into that.
Right.
Finally, do you believe in a man or a woman dating their type physically? So, for example, you're a man who like light-skinned women. Do you think you should generally go for a light-skinned woman, or if a dark-skinned woman should come and you find all the personalities or all the qualities in her, you would give it a chance? How do you believe? And that was light skin. You could mean big bottom. It could mean for the ladies tall, dark. But what if a short man could come? So I'm just giving general. Do you believe that you should stick to your type physically?
So most people are going to have a criteria and they're going to stick to their type. But the thing about life is that chemistry is chemistry, frequency is frequency. Sometimes you meet some people and you just connect with that person, and maybe you might look at the person and be like, how? But yet we have this thing going on, and it's maybe confusing, but when you try to evaluate it or compare it to other connections,
Right.
it may be the best thing that ever happened to you. Some outer appearance is plus and is very important. It is.
Right.
But sometimes, I think for the majority, they hold on to connections.
I agree with you too.
Yeah, they
Right
hold
now,
on to
if you ask me
connection.
my type physically, I can't really tell you because I go for mindset and
Yeah.
qualities rather than a physical. Of course, you have to have some kind of look in the first place for me to see, but I see beyond that.
Not many women is going for looks now.
They're going more for quality
Yeah.
mindset. Yeah. I agree with you. All right. Tell the audience about your businesses and if you have a channel where they can find you, and then we're gonna get into a game.
Okay, so I'm a travel guide, travel concierge. What I really do is provide excursions and transportation for people overseas. And I offer a premium VIP service where I customize packages for tourists overseas. I try to make their vacation less stressful, where I take care of all the back-end stuff and make it easy and just fun for them, really. You know, yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. So my business is really Mitch Private Transfer, but I have 2 pages on Instagram. It's MICH_private_transfer. Also Deluxe Travel JA. On Facebook, it's Mitch's Private Transfer. On TikTok, it's Deluxe Travel JA. That's basically it. That's the only thing that I'm doing for now until I find something else to venture in. Yeah, for me personally, it's Libra J85.
Okay, and we'll definitely put it up on the screen for you.
Yeah, man, sure.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna take a little break and then get into the games. All right, guys. So we're gonna play a game called Put Your Finger Down. So we're gonna have 10 fingers up. At the end of the game, who has the most fingers up, they're the good one. So let's see. So you're gonna put your finger down if you have done it. All right.
All right.
Have you ever had a crush on 2 people at once?
2 people at once. Maybe.
All right, I'm putting my finger down.
Yeah.
Put your finger down if you ever practice kissing in front of a mirror.
No?
I've never done that. Guys, I didn't make these questions, okay? I got them from the internet. All right. Put your finger down if you've ever dated more than one person at a time.
Goodbye to that.
To be honest, I I say I need to know it, but I haven't started as yet. I think it is important though.
Dating is not a relationship.
Yeah, that's true. I think it is important, but I haven't started as yet. I think I'm going to do it, you know. It's just my personality though, not to. I like to focus one at a time.
Dating is not a relationship.
I agree with you, but I'm going to change that
Oh,
one.
vex. Oh, please.
All right. Put your finger down if you ever drop something important in the toilet and had to put your hand to take it up.
Can't recall.
I've done that. But I put on something on my hand, like a gloves. All right. Put your finger down if you've ever kissed one of your siblings' friends.
Friends.
Your
Can't
siblings'
recall.
friends.
Can't recall.
You don't have no sister or brother, and then them have a girlfriend or something, or a friend.
Yeah, my brother.
Your brother friend. All right.
Yeah.
I've dated one of my brother's friends.
Take right up.
He vexed still, he may say no. Well, anyways. Cheated on a partner. Put a finger down if you ever cheated on a partner.
Next question.
Hey, you see how quick you put up your finger? My fingers are, I'm not a cheater, I'm a loyal person.
Next question. Who are
Hey, when you cheat, something coming
Next
easy, you know.
question.
All right. Have you ever broken someone's heart?
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe they think that we were something else, but I didn't want anything else, and then feel away about it first. Have you ever put a finger down if you ever fallen asleep during work or class time? Me kind of doze off little. Me doze off. Me put my finger down. He might cheat, you know. I know you cheat bizarre because he want most finger out. Alright. We only have what? Only 2 questions to go. What?
Mm-hmm.
Put your finger down if you ever burst into tears in public.
Public. Me not too cry.
I cried at funeral before.
Not cry.
All right. Put your finger down if you've ever had a crush on one of your friends' partner.
Yeah. I used to love people, man.
Your friend? You're not calling on him?
No.
I'm joking. All right. So, guys, winner. 4-4. That's it.
Tie.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Michael,
man, you're
for
welcome.
coming by. From Faderoom, seems like you already well groomed up.
Yes.
And I know men don't like to cheat on their barbers. They don't like to go to other places to get their haircut and shape. But Faderoom is one of the sponsors, and I'm offering you certificates where you can go ahead and get groomed up.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you can always, turn it over to someone else if you're not going to be using it.
Okay.
But I do appreciate the time you spent coming to share with us. We definitely learned quite a few things. The interview was very inspiring. Guys, go and follow him on all socials. And thank you so much for tuning in to Real Issues Live with Crystal.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for watching Real Issues Live with Crystal. This season is brought to you by Elite Concepts and Solutions, 876 Media Entertainment, and Whiteheadmedia. Special mention goes out to Andrade Photography, the Atrium at Ironshore, Toykyyias Restaurant and Catering Services, the Faderoom, Genio Clothing, and Larue Molyneaux Photography.
Do without anything me want, Jaja make it start up. I feel work, sun a shine till the place dark out. Couldn't call out. Them a talk about hungriness, me nah look. Me tell my friends them all about higher life. Girl a wine, Terra drive, dollar sign. Richer than most, carry higher life.